The Ritual of Silence. Eleanor and Walter stood before the abyss from which the silencer had sprung, its silent malevolence echoing through the vast, icy caverns. The weight of ancient warnings and the unseen, unspoken dread that permeated the frozen air hung heavily between them, an unvoiced fear intertwining with the threads of hope that lingered in the ancient words. They began the ritual. Eleanor's voice, soft yet unyielding, weaving through the silence, uttering words of a language long forgotten, her comprehension and emotions breathing life into the ancient syllables. Walter watched, his eyes reflecting the dancing shadows and flickering lights, the silent dread wrapping its icy fingers around his heart. Yet the silencer, its formless presence a suffocating void, resisted, its silent wrath twisting the very ice and shadows into grotesque, soundless apparitions. It fed upon their rising fear, growing, strengthening, its unseen form weaving through the silence, ever present, ever malevolent. The ritual, instead of quelling, seemed to provoke the ancient words, though spoken with understanding and intent, unable to pierce the overwhelming silence that the silencer wielded. It was as if the entity had grown, evolved beyond the ancient constraints that once bound it, its silent dominion unyielding against the whispered words of hope and sealing. Desperation seeped into Eleanor's voice, each word becoming a plea, a silent scream against the unspoken horrors that now enveloped them, the soundless echoes of despair winding through the frozen caverns. In a last, desperate bid, they delved deeper into the ancient texts, discovering a secondary, forbidden ritual, one that demanded a terrible price, a sacrifice of sound and soul to quell the silent, unseen death. Walter, his gaze meeting Eleanor's, found a silent understanding, an unspoken agreement in the depths of despair and fear that now mirrored in their eyes. Together, they uttered the words, their voices intertwining, becoming one, a melody of hope, despair, sacrifice, and salvation weaving through the silent dread. The silencer, its unseen form writhing, recoiling, shattered the silence with an unvoiced scream, an echo of unspeakable pain and wrath reverberating through the icy abyss, shadows twisting and contorting in a soundless cacophony of agony. And then, silence, true silence, settled, a peaceful, unbroken stillness that whispered of salvation and loss, of sacrifices made and horrors sealed. Yet within the depths of the icy caverns, within the shadows that lingered, the silencer, though diminished, broken, remained its silent, unseen presence, forever a part of the frozen wasteland, its soundless wrath and malevolence echoing through the ages, unheard yet ever present, to be continued